Thought Cafe presents 7 Signs You Hate Yourself. Today's video is all about something we don't always like to talk about: self-hatred. It's not a pleasant topic, but it's something that can affect so many of us. Whether you're dealing with low self-esteem, negative self-talk, or just feeling like you're not good enough, this video is for you. We're going to dive into the 7 signs that might be telling you that you hate yourself, and what you can do to start loving and accepting yourself for who you are. Number 1. Constant negative self-talk. Constant negative self-talk can be a sign that a person hates themselves because it indicates a pattern of thinking that is focused on flaws and shortcomings rather than strengths and successes. When we engage in negative self-talk, we're essentially telling ourselves that we're not good enough, smart enough, attractive enough, or worthy enough in some way. Over time, this can erode our self-esteem and make it difficult to feel good about ourselves. Constant negative self-talk could be related to past experiences, messages they've internalized from others, or unrealistic expectations they've set for themselves. Regardless of the root cause, negative self-talk is a harmful behavior that can perpetuate feelings of self-hatred and hold us back from reaching our full potential. Number 2. Difficulty accepting compliments. Difficulty in accepting compliments can be a sign that a person struggles with low self-esteem or self-doubt, which can in turn be linked to feelings of self-hatred. When someone has a hard time accepting compliments, it can be because they don't truly believe the positive things being said about them. They might be more likely to dismiss compliments as insincere or to minimize their accomplishments. If someone hates themselves, they may not be able to see their own value and worth. They may be more focused on their flaws and mistakes than on their positive qualities. When someone else tries to acknowledge those positive qualities, it can be hard for the person to accept because it doesn't match up with their own negative self-image. It's important to note that difficulty in accepting compliments is not always a sign of self-hatred, and some people may simply feel uncomfortable being the center of attention, or may not know how to respond to compliments gracefully. Number 3. Self-destructive behaviors. Self-destructive behaviors are actions that are harmful to oneself, whether physically or emotionally. Some examples of self-destructive behaviors include substance abuse, overeating, self-harm, or engaging in risky behaviors. These behaviors can be a way of punishing oneself for perceived inadequacies or failures. For example, someone who hates themselves may turn to drugs or alcohol as a way of numbing their emotional pain, or they may overeat to cope with feelings of low self-worth. Self-harm, such as cutting or burning oneself, can be a way of releasing pent-up emotions or feeling a sense of control over one's body when other aspects of life feel chaotic or overwhelming. Engaging in self-destructive behaviors is a sign that someone is struggling with something deeper, whether it's low self-esteem, unresolved trauma, or a mental health condition like depression or anxiety. Number 4. Isolating yourself. When someone isolates themselves from others, it can be a way of avoiding social situations that might trigger feelings of shame, anxiety, or self-doubt. They may believe that others won't like or accept them, or they may feel unworthy of meaningful relationships. If someone feels like they're not living up to their own expectations or the expectations of others, they may withdraw from social situations as a way of avoiding judgment or rejection. However, isolation can actually perpetuate feelings of self-hatred and make it difficult to build up self-esteem. When we're isolated, we don't have the opportunity to receive positive feedback or support from others, which can reinforce negative self-talk and beliefs about ourselves. Number 5. Lack of self-care. Self-care refers to the actions we take to promote our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. These actions can include things like eating well, getting enough sleep, exercising regularly, and taking time for relaxation and self-reflection. Someone who hates themselves may struggle with self-care because they don't feel like they deserve to take care of themselves, or because they believe that their needs are not important. A lack of self-care can lead to physical exhaustion, illness, and other health problems. Failing to take care of one's emotional needs can lead to feelings of burnout, anxiety, and depression. Number 6. Always striving for perfection. Perfectionism is the tendency to hold oneself to impossibly high standards, to strive for flawless execution, and to criticize oneself harshly when those standards are not met. Perfectionism can be a sign of self-hatred because it's often driven by a deep-seated belief that one is not good enough as they are. Someone who hates themselves may believe that they need to be perfect in order to be worthy of love or acceptance, and may be incredibly critical of themselves when they fall short of that ideal. If someone is constantly striving for perfection, they may be avoiding situations where they might fail or feel exposed. This can lead to a lack of experimentation or taking risks, which can in turn limit growth and self-discovery. Number 7. Sabotaging success. Sabotaging success means intentionally undermining one's own efforts or accomplishments, often out of fear of success or a belief that one doesn't deserve it. Someone who hates themselves may sabotage their own success because they don't believe they're worthy of achieving their goals, or because they're afraid of what success might mean. They may be used to experiencing failure and disappointment, and may believe that success is too good to be true or that it won't last. Sabotaging success can take many forms, such as procrastinating on important tasks, turning down opportunities, or self-sabotaging in personal relationships. Someone who sabotages their own success may feel a sense of relief or even validation when they fail, which can reinforce negative self-beliefs. Remember, self-hatred is not something you have to face alone, and it's never too late to start working on loving yourself. Just because you experience one or more of these signs doesn't mean you're a lost cause. In fact, recognizing these signs is the first step towards making positive changes in your life. Whether you struggle with negative self-talk, perfectionism, or self-sabotage, it's important to remember that you're not alone. Many of us have been there, and it's okay to seek help. Surround yourself with positive influences, practice self-care, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. Thanks for watching. And if you liked this video, then please share it with people who may be in the same boat. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.